Hello, my name is Elizabeth Harris, and I will be presenting a book review on the book entitled Walk the Walk by Alan Deutschman. To begin, I would like to go over the author's qualifications. Alan Deutschman is considered one of America's leading writers in leadership and change. He is the author of several books, including Walk the Walk, Change or Die, A Tale of Two Valleys, and The Second Comings of Steve Jobs. Deutschman has an extensive career in journalism and has interviewed and profiled many influential and innovative people across the world, including Apple's Bill Gates, Amazon.com's Jeff Bezos, and Google's Sergey Brin. He did work as a journalist in Silicon Valley for 22 years and was a contributing editor for Vanity Fair and New York Magazine. He also worked as a correspondent for Fortune. Deutschman had the privilege to be the keynote speaker for leadership conferences for companies such as General Electric and National Public Radio. He has taught leadership at Emory University and recently accepted a position teaching business journalism at the University of Nevada at Reno. The purpose of this book is to inspire leaders, and Deutschman does this by providing real-life stories of leaders who had successful businesses or outcomes by leading by example. Deutschman also discusses his 9 expected outcomes that occur when leaders do walk the walk and lead by example. He broke the chapters of the book down. Each chapter represented one of the outcomes, and these outcomes included that leaders are able to show what's really important, show who comes first, show what comes first. Leaders are able to share in the struggle and the risk. They gain a first-hand view. They are able to realize that every moment is an opportunity to teach, train, and lead. They take steps that every potential follower can follow. They become a leader even without the title, position, or formal authority. And lastly, they inspire belief. The target audience of this book is described clearly in the first sentence of this book, and that is that the book is written for people who aspire to be leaders or want to understand leadership. This book has many strengths. The author provides interesting and stimulating stories that make the book easy to read. The author provides examples of leaders that are successful due to their leading by example, as well as leaders that fail due to their lack of leading by example, which in turn actually encourages leaders to lead by example. The principles discussed in this book provide practical ideas that can be used across many different professions. The book is well written. However, there are portions of the book where it is evident that the author is not being objective and plugs in his own personal opinion. Some readers may be looking for a proven step-by-step guide to being an effective leader and how to lead by example, but this book pretty much provides stories from history to show positive outcomes when leading by example and does not have a step-by-step plan that you can follow. I believe that Deutschman did meet the objectives that he set out to. He provided meaningful examples of leaders who were successful through their leading by example. The most memorable example I recalled from reading the book was that of Martin Luther King Jr. He had been telling everyone in the civil rights movement to turn the other cheek, and being the great leader that he was doing a presentation, and he was attacked on stage by a Nazi soldier, and he chose not to lay a hand on the attacker and instructed those that came to his aid not to touch him either. His response to his followers was to ask all of his followers to pray for the man. This was a powerful example of leaders leading by example. A more business-centered example is Jeff Bezos. He was the founder of Amazon.com. His vision was to create the world's most customer-centric company, and he allowed his customers to write reviews, both positive and negative, about the products that they purchased. Many people told him that this was bad for business and sales would suffer if negative reviews were available. However, it turns out that customers were very pleased to have their voice heard, and Bezos' plan was successful, and Amazon now has tens of millions of loyal customers and ranks very highly in customer satisfaction. Another example is the founder of McDonald's, Mr. Ray Kroc. He declared that cleanliness was his top priority, so he walked the walk, and he would show his employees that he was out emptying trash cans, picking up trash around the restaurant, to prove to them the importance in his business. I would highly recommend this book for people who are inspiring to be leaders, leaders wanting to improve their leadership skills, or people who want to better understand leadership. Thank you.